Great. So, how's things? How's the both of you? Are you both
Thank-
okay?
Yeah, we're fine, thank you.
Great. Um, what I normally do with these interviews, go all the way back to the beginning. So, what was your childhood like growing up? What music influenced you, and what got you into being wanting to be a rock star?
Wow, that's a huge question for the start. Well, for me, I grew up here in Austria, and I started out playing the drums. Went to music school when I was, I think, 8 years old, maybe 9. I don't remember exactly. Then went to music school for 13, 14 years probably. Grew up with good old 80s and 90s rock and metal, with the Nirvana and stuff, grunge
Yeah.
stuff. And yeah, now I'm here, and it's like 4 decades later.
Wow. And what about yourself? Is
Me?
Julia still here?
Yeah, sure.
So what was it like for yourself growing up? And what got you into music?
Uh, I born in Russia, then I grew up finished music school by piano. I already from the very early ages I knew, and my parents knew that I will be bound with music because I was already born with music in my heart, let's say. And I always taken part in some concerts in kindergarten or school, or later I took vocal lessons, private vocal lessons for 1.5 years, jazz vocal. And yeah, then I started when I was 16. I started to work at restaurants every day as a singer, and that gave me a huge, really huge vocal school, let's say. And at the at the age of 23, I moved to Ukraine, to Western Ukraine, by myself. Just I really liked there, and I stood there. So I spent there 11 years living there. I have great friends there still, and um, yeah, let's say it's my homeland by heart. And
Yeah.
and like few years ago, 2, 3 years ago, I moved to Austria. So now I'm here, also still doing music, still singing, and what I will do actually for all my life. That's my plans. And now I'm in the
Absolutely.
contrast. Yeah, I'm one of the lead singers of the contrast. So cool.
So what music was you into growing up?
Sorry.
What music
What
would you
music?
listening to?
Actually, I was kind of very late exploring when I explored the rock music. I guess I was around 16, 17.
Yeah.
And yeah, somehow it I always was, and I am actually more into somehow more into 70s, 80s, all the hard rock,
Yeah.
and classic oldie goldie. So of course, among nowadays bands, it's also I have some favorites, but the basic music taste I got from this old
No,
classic.
you can't beat the old classics. So like I grew up, I was born in the 70s, so that style of music I was brought up with. Like my dad was into his rock and roll, and my brother, he was also into his rock and roll, but never anything heavy. As for me, I was the black sheep of the family, so I went I went downwards as they went upwards. But what was how did the band come about? How did you form? And it's a very, when I say unique style of metal, it's when I listen to the recent album, it's a joyous sort of metal. It's
Yeah.
like Metallica's Doom and Gloom, and a lot of the same as I mean, a lot of these songs are based on history, but yours is very upbeat. And so, what got you into wanting to be your music like that, and how did the band form?
Well, what you described now is actually perfectly. It perfectly describes what Contrast stands for. We create a very colorful style. You know, we mix
Yeah,
a lot of different elements, different genres, different styles, and this formed from the very beginning, actually, which is already 22 years ago. So we are in the music business for quite some time now.
yeah,
And I guess we evolved from album to album. You know,
yeah,
we always pushed the borders further and further, and we are always stay open-minded towards new influences, new experiences, and then we incorporate that into our music, which makes it very colorful and rich in styles and elements that we use for creating our songs.
yeah. Is the your current lineup, is that the lineup which has been from the start, or have you had to add musicians or add singers to the lineup?
During those 22 years, there, you know, we had a lot of ups and downs and everything in between.
Yeah,
So changes in lineup are unavoidable during such a long time period. And the most
yeah,
recent change in lineup is concerns Julia, our female vocalist, and Joey, our drummer, which are now in the band since 2.5 years, roughly, I guess.
yeah.
And we're of course very happy to have them on board, and they're doing an extremely enormously perfect job.
Yeah. And what was it like for you, Julia, joining the band back then? Did you feel you could give something new to the band?
Um, I
Definitely.
don't know. I think when it's new person, it's for sure something new. It's
Yeah,
everything new because it's new energy, it's new personality, it's a new look, it's new sound. Although I think my voice is very close to a former singer's voice
yeah,
by style, manner, or whatever. Or maybe I just really talented to adapt. I don't know, like chameleon. Yeah, and for me, yeah, I brought myself, first of all, so well, everything's included.
did you have to go through an audition, or did the band approach you?
um, let's say let's say I got to know about that they are looking for a new male singer.
Yeah,
It was kind of casting, let's say, even
yeah,
like a rehearsal. I don't know, and I decided to give it a try because back then I wasn't sure if I will fit to the band or band's music will fit me, my vision. So it was
yeah,
like just a mystery. And after I tried it, and I met the guys after when they uh, make their choice in
yeah,
my side. So yeah, I felt immediately that it's what was right, and it's the picture is complete now.
yeah.
So it felt right from the beginning. So no doubt.
Really excellent. You recently released a brand new album. Can you tell me a bit about the your writing and recording process, and how was the fans and the media reacted to the new album?
Actually, we are completely overwhelmed by the responses, by the reactions on YouTube or on our social medias. It's really awesome how fans and also media, of course, reacted to it, because it has been a long time since we put out the last studio album. It has been 9 years. And during this, wow, during this really long time period, we collected a lot of new experiences and influences, and all of this summed up was implemented into the songwriting of the new album. And so the album title Mad World speaks for itself. That's just the impression that we got for the last decade, you know. And for songwriting, I started putting together the first ideas and drafts during Corona times. I started writing 2.5 years ago. It must have been, if I remember correctly. And I implemented a lot of new influences myself. You know, I, for example, listened much more to electronic music and also some pop or hip hop even. That I did not do so much in the past, and you can witness this on Mad World. There is a lot more.
It's a great album. It's when I first listened to it, I was like, because for myself, when I get sent albums, I would say 90% of the albums which get sent to me is death metal.
Okay.
Now I love all sorts of music, right? I love it all. From Neil Diamond all the way through to Kiss and Mayhem. But the majority which gets sent to me from like Nuclear Blast and from Napalm are a lot of death metal. So when I put your new album on, I was sat there like, and I was expecting and it was joyous. It was joyous, and I was like, "Oh, this is something different. It's something for me. It was new. It was something like I've just come across it for the very first time, and it's a fun, great album. I love it.
Thank you so much. That's a huge compliment.
So who writes the lyrics then in the band? Do you, Julia, or is it like everybody just chips in?
Mainly, it's our male singer Stefan's work, the lyrics, and as Manuel, have you said, like we had also a huge help and support from that musician from States, with lyrics.
Yeah, no, he's not a musician, but he's a native speaking English, you know, so that the lyrics are all written properly as it should be on an album like this. But as Julia mentioned, Stefan does the most of the lyric writing, and then of course in the studio everybody has to start collaborating with him, and so that we need to adapt things here and there, and that's done collectively.
Moving on to, we're coming towards the end of 2023. What concerts and what plans have you got just for the rest of the year?
We just released the album on Friday, so 3-4 days ago, and we had two nice release shows here in Austria, which were they were a blast. Well, it was amazing to have the fans finally being able to grab their copies of the new album. And booking for 24 is in progress at the moment. I mean, on release day, actually, there was an announcement from a major festival here, also in Austria. But
we go to 2024 in a minute to close up. But so you had fun with the release party. Have you got any other concerts lined up anywhere else, or is it just the 2 release parties you've got for the rest of the year?
Yeah. No, for now, 23 for now is over for us when it comes to live shows. This year was really completely under the the banner of the new album. And now we're working on the next booking season, and it looks quite nice already.
Brilliant. Well, finally, 2024. So you said you've got some festivals. Do you think you'll be coming to the UK at any time in 2024? Is this something you can maybe release now? Or
Fingers crossed. There is a lot of shows in the pipeline at the moment that I cannot discuss publicly already. But we actually have a person helping us with booking exclusively for the UK. So yeah. I'm pretty. Let's say I'm looking forward to it to finally come over, because the last 3 times when we actually were booked for shows in London, every time something happened, one injury, one illness, then Corona. So it every time could not happen, unfortunately, but I'm very sure it's just a matter of time.
And so you can't spill any beans about UK festivals or anything?
Sorry.
No, it's what it is. Tomorrow, Download Festival is announcing some of the lineup. So just seeing if I could get a little heads up about. But you never know, eh? But honestly, this has been an absolute blast speaking to you both. The album is fantastic, and
thank you so much.
Good luck going forward. Have a lovely Christmas, and hopefully I'll be seeing you in 2024 in the UK at a venue or 2.
Hopefully,
yeah. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, let's see. Thank you so much for having us.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, and speak to you soon.
Yeah,
sure. Bye.
Okay, thank you. Okay, bye.